you want to see what it looks like to process trauma? There you go. I'm going to do something in my face. Ready? Okay, so I close my eyes, and then I feel into my awareness into my face, and I feel where there's tension, and then I hold my awareness there. And then the energetic loop resolves itself. Okay? So that was, I think, like some kind of fear, terror thing, and shame, and then fear, up here, into the throat, and then it's over. Okay, I'll do some more. I'm going to do some hatred now. So hatred is, I found, living here. I can also just go hate, 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 hate. Now hatred, I'm being very, very vulnerable here, because hatred is very ugly, and we judge ourselves a lot for it, because we learn it's a very disgusting thing to do. It is actually made up of disgust, but we find it, we hate other people's hatred in a way. It's like the sign of a villain. We don't want to have it inside of us, but we do, because we've all had other people mistreat us effectively, almost everyone. So I can even feel the shame about hatred inside of me now. This is the thing, when you're in touch with your body and your awareness is like more spread throughout it, you notice when you're talking about certain things, little pains come up in your body, and this is you triggering yourself subtly. So that's what happened there. I was talking about hatred and the fact that we're ashamed of hatred, and I felt a little like someone's very lightly stabbed me in the stomach, and I felt into it, and then my body went into resolving the trauma loop based on the distortion, the contradiction in my system, which is that hatred is shameful, but I also know that it's not, that it's a necessary response. I'm writing an essay on why hatred is necessary and good for us in certain instances, in very rare instances in the grand scheme of things, but it's necessary. And so actually there's a contradiction. Part of me believes it's okay, part of me believes it's not. When I've drawn attention to that properly and I really see it, the shame is able to release. Now you also have to be very comfortable with the physical sensations, but I'm used to them now. Not that bad at all. The less you resist, the better. The more you just submit and surrender, let them in. But you do this by generating and cultivating a sense of safety inside of your own body, which comes from presence and patience and self-compassion. Slowly rebuilding the sense that you are okay to inhabit your own body. Okay, so more in the face. Hatred is what I was going to do. So if I just feel around here, I know there's some here because I've been working through it. If I just feel around here, yeah. Okay. So that's hatred. That might have been triggering for you. Maybe I should do a trigger warning. It's not unpleasant to experience, really. like when you don't, in this way, I don't really even know what it's about. I can guess based on my past, but I feel very okay with the things that have happened to me in the past, as far as I remember, in terms of, I don't feel any conscious resistance to exploring them. But my body is still stuck in the past. Part of my mind is still stuck in the past. Part of it needs to release hatred. And this way, I just feel it directly, and there's no story attached to it. And so it just leaves, just leaves. It's like, oh. It might look on the outside like I've become hateful, but I'm letting energy just out of my body. It's like a flavor of energy. It's a shape my body wants to make so that it can complete a loop from the past. And this is the same with when we cry about. I've been crying about things that happened when I was really, really small. I've been releasing fear that's probably been there for decades as well, and shame, things I learned in the first year or few years of my life. And each time it's just letting my body just resolve itself, just do what it needs to do it's like taking out the trash. You really can develop a sense of safety around this, a sense of like, okay, I'm here and now. This is what's happening. I'm sat in front of you, me, I can see myself. And I'm just letting my body do what it wants to do. And the more you get that, the more you get that into your head, the more you can actually just keep surrendering more deeply and trusting that what comes up is what needs to come up. If I need to start crying, I can cry. If I need to go, I need to start shaking, I need to get angry. My body, all of these kind of things can happen. If I need to get hateful or terror. There's lots of things. Sometimes I'm getting. Sometimes it's like that. If I really turn into a rag doll, and it's very, very calm for me, because I'm aware that I'm here, I'm now. I've grounded my awareness in the moment, and I'm just feeling into my body, just letting it just knock me about. And there's some discomfort, but it's no more discomfort than going to the gym. If you go for a run, millions of people every day worldwide go running. It's not like there's no discomfort in that. It's not like there's actually no pain in that. But they're doing something which is good for them. In a way, you could say they're healing themselves, or at least they're doing something positive and healthy. But it's not without any discomfort. But the resistance that we have to this experience is so extraordinary. Partly because we think we have to properly relive the things that happen to us. We don't. We have to relive the bodily reactions to them. You have to cry out the grief. You have to let out the anger, and you have to let your body go into a state of fear. But you can remain conscious while it's happening of the present moment. You can remain with it, coherent, stable, serene while it's happening. And actually the best way to do that is to have the courage and the curiosity to look directly at the experience itself. To go, I'm crying a lot right now. I feel deep grief. I'm going to look straight at it rather than focus on a story about it that's happening. Oh, why did that? Why? The more I'm up here, the more these feelings I'm actually slightly. I've got my eyes slightly off the feelings themselves, and then there's this two-front battle going on. I'm talking to myself about what's happening, and there's the actual experience itself. It becomes simpler when you focus on the direct experience itself. If I just go. Fear in my throat. I just focus on the fear. Doesn't matter what it's about. I'm just letting my body remove this stuff from the system, resolve these loops, shedding the past, and as a result, that's how the present opens up more. And in the present, that's where all the actual love, connection, peace, safety, sanity, and wisdom, they all live in the present moment. Everything that we really want comes from the present moment opening up more fully. Our intuition lives in the present, but our capacity for joy and creativity and beauty come from more fully submerging in the present. But we can't do that if our past is narrowing our vision because we're full of trauma. So we have to start letting the body release this stuff. Just let it out. Let it out. Make yourself safe inside. Feel safe inside. Recognize that you're safe. And start letting it out, and keep returning to that safety, and then letting it out, and then return to the safety and let it out, and you will find you open up again, and it is amazing.